Hi guys, I'm back. Actually, this is my second time filming this. I was wanting to be on schedule. My goal is to post one video each week. So last week when I posted my intro to my channel, I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and pre-film my next video so I can edit it during the weekend because I was going on a trip to Texas State to figure out an apartment. I signed a lease for my apartment, which I'm super excited about. I'm ready to have a kitchen. That was like the one thing I really hated about being in a dorm, was not having access to a kitchen and being able to cook my own meals. And so I was like, okay, I'll film before that so I don't have to worry about filming there, and I'll edit it on the weekend because it's a 5-hour drive there. And so I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll be ahead of schedule. I'll have the whole weekend to edit. So I pulled the footage. Rookie mistake, I didn't check the video right after I finished. Every single time I moved just an inch in that video, it shook the camera. I just didn't realize it. It was stupid meat mattress, you know. It moves when another thing hits it. Anyways, 30 minutes of that wasted. Long story short, I'm sitting down to film it again. I'm a day or two later than I was expecting, but you know, it is what it is. I am a day or two late, and that's okay. So today I will be talking to you about what Belmont University is really like. That sounds like I'm about to say like some horrible stuff about it. I'm really not. I would give y'all an honest opinion of it, and I know as a freshman last year, or coming into college as a freshman, I watched so many videos about college and what to bring, all the random stuff. It's super helpful to know certain things about the college you're going to. I hope this will help some incoming Belmont students, if anything, and yeah, so. Most of my professors I really liked. I could tell they really cared about me. They wanted me to learn the material, and they didn't just want me to just pass the class. They wanted me to apply that knowledge to everyday life, and just great. Like, that's literally what you're going to college for. It isn't just for a piece of paper, which, I mean, in the end it is, but it's for the knowledge you gain and how you can use that knowledge. Knowledge is useless if it's just stuck inside you. Like, you have to apply that to life and help others, and yeah, that's getting deep. They give you plenty of opportunities, the ones I had at least, and I mean, I was only there for 2 semesters, but for the most part, I feel like they have a great faculty, especially in the business school. So I was able to get into several business classes. I had business experience, which is a week-long course all business majors have to take for a semester, which was actually really great because every week you learn about a different subcategory of business, so like accounting majors, marketing, entrepreneurship, all those different types, and which was fun because like for the people who are undecided or just like general business, it was super helpful. But they had a professor from each faculty department, or they had a professor from each department come out and give you a lecture about all of it and show you cool slides, and you had a group project during the whole thing. But anyways, that was a fun business class. Housing wise, I stayed in Patton, which was one of the newer housing options, and I liked it. I was basically deciding between some of the older style dorms and Patton, and the older style dorms like had like a joint kitchen, like a kitchen everybody shared at the first floor, which was one of the things I kind of missed out on, but they were also older, obviously, I just said that. I kind of like being in the new one with like new appliances, not appliances, it's not a kitchen, but anyways, I like the newer side of it, and I ended up loving it there. The rooms are smaller, which kind of sucks, but all in all, it was great. Belmont University's campus is so gorgeous. Like, it's literally the prettiest campus I've ever been on. We have like cool fountains randomly everywhere. We've got really pretty lawns that like honestly we aren't allowed on a lot. Like, that's a big Belmont show. But if you are bringing a car to college, Belmont offers free parking. My parking was super close to my building, and I loved it, and it was free, so parking is a plus. At first I was like, oh, college, I need a bike. It's not what everybody brings to college, but actuality, Belmont is tiny. It's such a small campus, 8,000 people, 9,000, I can't remember. You definitely don't need a bike. There's also 2 gas stations nearby, which is helpful if you have a car, and they're close by. That's their biggest selling point. And also you can like walk to both of them, so if you need like late night snacks, that works too. Our gym isn't that great. I'm pretty athletic, if I do say so myself. That sounds so, yeah, no, that did sound good. I would occasionally work out there, and it was always way too busy. There's this tiny little mat for warming up and like stretching and stuff, and it was just, yeah. It had like one rolling out, like, I can't remember the word. The thing you roll out on. Oh, also, elevators take forever in most places, most buildings. So allow extra time in your schedule to either the elevator or just run up the stairs. I honestly used the stairs a lot. It was like a little way for me to make sure I had some extra exercise. Okay. But yeah, take the stairs. It's my tip. Also, I use their math and science tutoring center all the time, both semesters. And that's also because I suck at math. But they're super helpful. It's all students, so like there's only like 1 or 2 times I felt like I was being like was demeaning or whatever, and I felt stupid. Honestly, even if sometimes like they would get stuck on the same problem I had, and yeah, it ended up not being really, really helpful for that one problem or whatever. This sounds so silly, but to know that a senior is struggling with one of my math problems and doesn't know how to do it, and it made me feel so good about myself. That sounds bad, but it made me feel more relieved that I didn't miss like a ton of things in high school or like just didn't understand a super easy concept. Honestly, it's not as expensive as a lot of private schools. It's kind of the lower end for private schools, what I've been told. I didn't really look at a lot of other private like big schools like this, but it's very expensive. And yeah, it's got a super nice campus. It's very luxurious, but is it worth it? I don't know. It depends on what type of major you are. I ended up not liking it as much, and I'll talk about that in a second. It is definitely expensive. They will give you a bunch of parking tickets if you park in the wrong place. Like, I never got one because I was like super OCD about it, but my roommate first semester did, and it was so silly. Like, she like parked like there was the other person I think parked into her lane, so she had to park a little bit into the other one. It was like the last spot or whatever, and they gave her a parking ticket for it. And I'm pretty sure almost all the parking tickets are around $100, which is absolutely crazy. And he like called her an idiot on it. It was just, their security officers are kind of like, yeah. Some of them are really nice, it seems, but some of them kind of like suck and are kind of rude. But that's how the world is. So, but anyways, make sure, I just picked up a water bottle. Make sure you park in the right places, because they will give you a ticket. Like, if you've been there 10 minutes, like they literally regularly go around the campus checking stuff like that. Real quick, they put out their best food on like Belmont Day and Belmont Day and like visitors days and like all the stuff for incoming freshmen or incoming students or whatever. They put out ice cream sandwiches. They put out all this like, ooh, yummy food. In actuality, that doesn't happen that often. Like, food actually isn't that bad. Some days it's really bad. Some days it's like the best food ever. They have a lot of good declining points places, which is like, we have Chick-fil-A, Burrito Bowl, Starbucks, Sandwich Place, and a couple other places, but I mostly spend my money at Chick-fil-A and Burrito Bowl. Burrito Bowl is so good. It's one thing I'm gonna miss. Like, they make their tortillas with these like rings in them. I don't know. It's just, so good. Like, I have like accounts with like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks, and I assumed I'd be able to get points by like buying stuff like on campus. I was like, this is perfect. But no, because they're not directly affiliated with those companies, even though they have their name. I don't know how it works. If you expect to get like a bunch of points because you have Starbucks on your campus, you won't get any points on your account. You can't redeem any free rewards. You can't do any of that stuff. A lot of my friends like used up all their declining points like the first or second month of first semester, and you get new ones each semester. Like, ration them out, so each week I would subtract what I had, or I'd take what I used that week and subtract it from my total. You have to start out with 275, and that's $1 equals a point. So you can use that 275 throughout the semester. Say I spent $10 that week on Chick-fil-A and Starbucks and all that stuff, I would have 265 left. So then I would divide 265 by the rest of the weeks in the semester, so I can know how much I don't want to go over each week, so that when it comes to finals week, I don't have like zero money left in my account and I have to use so much more money to like buy Starbucks. Also, you can get free bus rides at MTA, I think, with your school ID. So that's kind of like some of the pros and cons of Belmont all in all, and I kind of want to talk about why I transferred. I think I was ready for a bigger school. It was a good transition, honestly, and to go from homeschool to like a huge state school like A&M would have been like kind of hard, I guess, assume. Belmont was like a little better of a transition because I'll be going from like homeschool to 8,000 to now 38,000, I think, around that at Texas State. It kind of came to the point where I was realizing that why should I be spending all this money on such an expensive school if I don't love it? I want to be at a school I love, and Texas State hopefully will be that. Sports weren't a big thing besides like their basketball team. The basketball team was awesome. actually like repping them right now. Go Belmont. So I would always go to the basketball games. I don't know, everything else wasn't as big of a deal with sports because it's a music school. And yeah, I one thing I will miss is Nashville. Like, I would have loved to stay in Nashville. Like, the opportunities and like I got to act, like be in like the background, like distant background of movies, but like still I got to do that, not acting. It's like literally skating around, but that was so fun. And the fact that I can like say, oh, I've been background for different movies. I don't know. Nashville will always hold a special place in my heart. That sounds so cheesy, but Nashville is a big plus. I keep picking up this water bottle. Oh my gosh. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope this helps people. I know I didn't include a lot of things, and I know I skimmed over some things, and I know I went into way too much detail on some. I do hope it helps, even if it helps like one person. I hope this helps you decide whether Belmont's the right choice for you, or if you've already decided, helps you be more prepared for college. But anyways, that's it for now. I will see you in my next video, which will be my 3rd one. But yeah, so I hope to keep up the once a week schedule, and talk to you later. Bye.